Hey, what's going on, everybody? DCW Hawks with me as always is
Devin.
and we've been gone a while, but we're coming back. Today we're gonna take a look at the DC Multiverse or the McFarland DC Multiverse 2-pack of Red Hood and Nightwing. Let's check them out. There we have Nightwing and Red Hood out of the box, and pretty standard, pretty solid 2-pack. First time there's been a 2-pack review on the channel, so that's pretty cool. Been watching a lot of DC stuff, Devin and I have, and it seemed very fitting to throw these guys up for a review. I've had them for like almost a year now, and they've just been sitting in the box downstairs. I got like 30 boxes down there. Stuff I just need to review. But anyway, let's take a look at Nightwing first. He looks pretty cool. It's the red Nightwing. Face detail. Eyes are all red. Hair sculpted very nicely. A little bird emblem on his chest. Get the red details on the legs. It's basically a repaint of the first wave Nightwing that McFarlane ever released. But I don't think when people bought this, they were looking for the Nightwing. So I could be wrong, but I think that was the first time that you could get Red Hood. And this guy is my favorite of the 2-pack. Just look at his helmet. How chrome. Why? Get out of here. Go away, cat. It was at least you wanted to make a appearance in the video. With the bat emblem on the chest, very nice. Get these holsters, and these are like a super hard plastic. Like there's no give to them at all. And the guns are kind of hard to get out, but we'll go over that when we do the accessories portion. So lots of detail in all these McFarlane figures. There's so much detail. They're just kind of lacking on some paint here and there. You see, there's like those rivets and straps on the boots and stuff. These things are great. McFarlane figures are great, but they'd be even better if there was just a little bit more time put in the paint department. What do you think?
I think they look amazing. I do like Red Hood better though.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a classic look to the Red Hood. It's not the newer looks. I know there's a couple figures out of him now with like the 3 Jokers and the new game coming out. But that's how I like my Red Hood jacket. I do like though how they incorporate like an actual hood in some of the newer looks.
Yeah.
But that's just being picky. Sorry guys, trying to get everything set up here. It's been a while, so a little out of our element. Take a look at Nightwing. Pretty good details with the little treads on his boots. Even on the bottom, peg holes, which is very nice. The textures in the costume. Right there. See, there's just, I mean, I know it's a black costume, but I mean, there could be just different shades of black or different, you know what I mean, like different textures.
Yeah.
Like,
or like a little bit of weathering.
Yeah. Maybe not even weathering, just see like this right here. This little triangle piece right here. Like that could be just like a gloss black, you know what I mean? Just to give it some, like a different material. Like the straps look exactly, the straps here look exactly like the arm piece, and they're obviously 2 different materials, so they would look different.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, that's like the only nitpicks I have with these figures. That and that some of the older ones, like these ones, don't have barely any kind of thigh rotation. And you kind of need that, just so you can get different poses and different things of that nature. But we'll go over the articulation now. And we'll start with Nightwing since I have him here. Head is on a ball joint. So you look down a tiny bit. Oh, that's not too bad.
That's pretty good.
Look up a fairly good amount. And left and right. A little tilt. Not too bad at all. Arms go out very far. That's pretty nice. Hear my shoulder pop?
Yeah.
It hurt. I didn't like that at all. Anyway, arms go out like so.
So it looks like he's trying to make the bird emblem on his chest.
Yeah. Like, look at me. Look at me. I'm Dick Grayson. Look at me. Anyway. I got that nice butterfly joint that all the McFarland figures have. Double jointed elbows. This is a little stuck. And you got a ball hinge wrist. But I mean, that's what's good about a ball hinge, is you can move it any way you want. Go down to the waist, he's got a diaphragm joint. And a little bit of a crunch forward, not too much. But then Devin, what was the guy's name?
From Before Figs.
From Before Figs, we started watching him, and he showed you this thing where you can spin it around and then spin this part.
Like spin the ab piece around?
Yeah, and then you get
a lot of crunch.
I mean, if you're doing just for photography or whatever.
Just don't look at him from the back.
Yeah, just don't look at his back, because his abs are on the back, right above his butt, and that's a weird place for your abs to be. But just a little hack for you, and it doesn't really look, you know, too bad, but that won't work with all of them. And you just turn him back around. And continuing down, he's got that diaper piece there, which is made of a soft plastic so it doesn't get in the way. Not the best on Nightwing. He's very, you know, supposed to be agile, so you'd think he'd be able to split a little bit more than that. Little ratchet joints in there. See if they had a little bit more. Some of them turn, some of them don't. But anyway, there's his leg kick out. A very good amount. That's what that rubber.
More than 90.
Yeah. That little rubber diaper piece does. It allows it to kick out more. So that's cool. And you got this little piece, so you just gotta readjust it. It kicks out very far. Double jointed knee. It's very far back. And then with the little ankle, can almost kick his own butt. Check that out, that's cool. And speaking of the ankles, they're on another ball, like just like the wrists. Move up and down. Great pivot. And a toe hinge. So it covers Nightwing. Put his little batons back. Now the trick's gonna be standing back up. Ta-da! There it is. You want to do Red Hood?
Sure. So, Red Hood can look up, not very far. And there goes Nightwing.
Oh,
He doesn't look up far at all.
I think it's because of the collar.
Yeah. Well, that collar is really soft. It just, pretty sure, yeah, it runs into his neck.
Mm.
Maybe if I, like, shift it back. Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, don't break it.
But he looks down quite a bit. Left, right, go all the way around.
Exorcist stuff here, man.
Then ab crunch goes down
Pretty good
decently.
amount for a McFarlane figure.
Yeah. And arms are very tight.
Those ratchet You broke it.
It popped off. Yeah, the arms don't go out very far at all without popping off. And then this double jointed. Do that. Then the wrist, like the articulation is hidden under this little gauntlet piece, so it doesn't really have, it just kind of rotates, but there's no real like forward or back or anything, or side to side or anything like that.
It's a really stiff figure.
Yes, it is. Going down to the legs, it's about as far as Nightwing.
I just want to talk about it real quick though. Put him back in that.
Splits?
Yeah, put him back in the splits. That's why I like these little holsters that they have molded here.
Yeah, they're not hard plastic, so they...
Oh, they're hard plastic.
Well, they're not like... These parts are at least pliable to some degree.
But if you're like taking a picture of him jumping or something, you know what I mean, or like his leg out here like this, it still looks like his holster is still attached to his leg. I think that's a really cool detail.
Yeah, that is cool.
But then you get that though. You just gotta kind of work it back in place, and it just goes back.
Yeah, it goes back eventually. Then his knee, double jointed knee, can almost kick himself, not as far as Nightwing, but if you turn his foot, he can.
Wow.
You just have to break his ankle, which doesn't seem very pleasant. And then his foot is on a ball hinge. And then you have toe articulation.
Look, he breaks his toes too, man.
Yeah.
But all in all, these are pretty cool. I really enjoy both of them. Put Nightwing on this side, looking at him like, what are you doing? See, the thing in McFarlane toys right now is all the figures have like what they call side eye. But you don't get that with these guys because he's got white eyes and he's got red eyes.
Was that for all the figures, or was that just for the Batman wave?
I think it's a lot of them. Which, I mean, I have a lot of McFarlanes, but I never really paid that much attention, to be honest, until it started getting pointed out. And I'm like, oh, you're right. Look at all these side eyes going on.
Like, I know the Batman figure has a bad...
Well, yeah, but the Batman figure, all the publicity shots of that figure have him looking off to the left or to the right. So it only makes sense that they would put it in the actual figure.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, I doubt he's going to be like that all movie.
That would be weird, just looking off to the right the entire time. Oh, that would be weird.
He would not be able to aim anything.
No, not at all. So looking forward to that movie.
So, 3 weeks now.
Yep, getting there. Alright, well, we'll come back with some size comparisons. I know I said we're doing size comparison, but I forgot. It's been so long since we've done a video, I forgot the order in which we do things. So it's not size comparisons, it's accessories. And every McFarlane figure comes with one of these. Just your standard, basic, perfect circle, black stand. You put the little peg hole, put the peg hole over that, and you got a stand. And sometimes you need them for these McFarlane figures. And they did give you two, because there's two in the box.
These ones do seem to be doing fine though.
Yeah.
Like even shaking the table a little bit, they're not
Alright,
falling over.
that's enough of that. Next we have what also comes with every McFarlane figure, these cards. Which is pretty cool. I think the 2-pack ones are special cards, that's why it's holographic. You got a little read up. Pause it there if you want to read about Red Hood. And then we have one for Nightwing. I just noticed that though. In the figure, or in the card, it's got the fins on the arms. This figure has no fins. They lied to us. Picked the wrong artwork. How dare they? And then there's the back of Nightwing's card. Richard Dick Grayson, 5'10", 175 pounds. Pause it if you want to read it. All that good stuff. Now we get on to the accessories that come on the figure, well, with the figure. First, Nightwing, he only has 2, no extra hands or nothing. But he does have these 2 Billy Club batons.
Which I believe, I don't know if it's all versions of him, but I know at least a few versions they're electrified.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not, I think.
It just depends on who's writing the story, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, there it goes. And these are pretty cool. Just standard black plastic, no paint. And like I said, they've been in the package so long, they're a little bit warped. You just bend them into place, the hot water, and then the cold water trick. Reshape them, and they just fit right in his hand, just like that. Do the same on this side. It's pretty cool.
See, when I first opened, like when I was first playing with them, I thought that it was a pretty big missed opportunity to not have like a little peg hole to be able to connect them like a staff. But now I'm realizing that if they did that, then when they're not connected, there would be one that would have like a long peg.
Yeah, it's
out
like
of it.
the Marvel Legends Daredevils with his batons.
Yeah.
One of them's got like a weird peg thing, and I'm glad they didn't. Maybe if you like put a little magnet in them or something, you could do it yourself.
Yeah, to somehow magnetize them.
Yeah. But yeah, those are pretty cool. Get out of here, cat. And then it's got storage, which is always nice. You just take them and put them in these little grooves. And they got a little piece of plastic there so it'll stop, so they put them in that the right way. There we go. Just clip
Is
on.
that the right
I think so. And it looks alright.
Oh yeah, because the weird like bumpy edge is supposed to be where it's electrified at.
I thought that was the handle. Anyway, it's got nice detail on it. Whatever it is, either the handle or the electric part, I don't know.
Either way, it looks good.
Yep, sure does. Go back here, you stand back here. Then Nightwing, Red Hood, we talked about earlier, has these pistols. And this is good because they did that whole Warner Brothers no gun mandate thing.
Which sucks.
Yeah, especially when 90% of their characters revolve around guns. Maybe not 90%, but still a very large amount
A lot of them do.
have guns. And I didn't mention this earlier, but I forgot, and I'm going to mention it now. I love his helmet.
It looks amazing and feels.
Yeah, it feels like this weird slick material, but it's really cool, and I love the way it shines. It is perfect. Eyes aren't like, they're kind of set back in the helmet. I don't know if you can really see that on camera, but you got the bat logo. Little stuff we didn't go over earlier, but no, just see the way it catches the light and it just reflects. Really captures it. I love it. Oh, but anyway, back to his accessories. These guns are really nice, but they are super hard to get in and out of these holsters. You know, like flip his arm up, bend him over, or bend him to the side, and pull real hard. There's one, and you just repeat the process. Over here, you put your thumb down there and gives a little push out, and you see his guns. They got the little bat Red Hood symbol on them. Very nice, nicely detailed. Except just silver plastic, so saying like the handle right there, the grip, that could have been painted black or something. But like I said, these retail for like, I'm not sure how much the 2-pack was. I bought it secondhand, but if you spend $20 on a figure, you can't expect to get everything, you know, like all the great aesthetics that they have and paint. You know what I mean? They got to cut their costs somewhere. I think a lot of the costs went to painting this helmet because it is just, I can't get over how good that helmet looks. Mm-hmm. Anyway, the guns just fit. Well, gotta give it a little work. A little trigger finger. They fit right in his hands just like so. Try other hand here. Ah, my God, go in there. Well, it's almost in there. I've seen some mods before where you can take the hands off and then like chop it or something, and it would give you that articulation back. Because I mean, the way his hands are molded, the way his arms are molded, they're curved. So if you can see that, so he can't really like get a straight on like shooting pose unless he was doing something like this.
Or you could like bend his arms, like bend his elbows inwards.
Yeah, sure it'd work.
I mean, maybe not like down at his hip, but kind of like if you put his arm out with it bended in a little bit and then rotate the wrist, it's not really straight, it's kind of straight.
It looks just kind of wonky to me.
That looks good.
Yeah.
Lower it a little bit.
But yeah, the guns are painted nicely. And like I said, they fit right in these little holsters. I'm up here trying to look at the holsters. You can't even see the figure. Oh, I'm dumb. But yeah, they're painted and sculpted. Like I said, they could use a little more paint, but that's when you get to customize stuff and make it your own. And I love how they did the bicep swivel on this. Right there.
It's hidden in the cuff.
Yeah, right there in that cuff. You can't even see it.
I didn't even go over that because I didn't think it was there.
Yeah, see, you're missing stuff. It's alright, it happens. We're not professional YouTubers or anything, so maybe if we got paid for it, I'm just kidding. So there he is. Let me stand back up. Oh, come on, guy. There we go. So that goes over accessories. Now we can get into the size comparisons. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So first we have a new figure that we haven't really put on the channel before that I'm aware of. A type of figure. We have the Ultimate Edition WWE WWF Kane figure. Let's put him in the back. Kane's supposed to be bigger. Oh, Nightwing's done, or Red Hood's done. Just covering him.
He scales pretty well with them.
Yeah.
Because how tall is Kane?
Like, actually, or what he's billed at?
Like, what he's actually, like, how actually tall is he?
I think he's only like 6'8" or 6'9".
Well, it says Red Hood is 6 foot on the little card here, so that's pretty...
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. But when Kane wrestled and stuff, they always called him 7 feet tall, but he's not actually 7 feet tall. But no, these are both in the 7-inch 1/10 scale. I just learned that the other day. That's 1/10. So that's pretty cool. Kane fits. You could do some photography with those guys. I don't know why you'd see Kane with Red Hood and Nightwing, but hey.
Hey, they're all red and black.
I'm all for it. Hey, there you go. I didn't even think of that.
Oh, speaking of photography, something that I just remembered. They have a Arkham Knight figure coming out.
Yeah.
And since McFarland doesn't really do interchangeable heads all too often, I thought it would be cool because towards the end of the game, after Bruce figures out that it's the Red Hood under the Arkham Knight, and he saves him from Scarecrow, he's wearing his Red Hood mask instead of his Arkham Knight mask. What you could do if you wanted to recreate that look is pop the head off of that and put it on the new Arkham figure.
Yeah, you could do that.
And then, like, if you wanted to get in the Under the Red Hood movie where he rips off Batman's mask and then takes his own mask off, you could put, like, one of the Nightwing or Robin heads on there. I mean, it wouldn't be the same Robin, but
it would
look good enough.
Yeah. Well, 'cause they have a similar mask, so.
Yeah. And hair type and face type.
Yeah. So basically that would work.
Yeah.
Well, next, let's get Kane out of there. Bye, Kane. Next we have a NECA Pennywise. And I'm not sure how tall Pennywise is, but he's still a little taller. It's not a big deal. They would work together. I think so.
I think Pennywise is probably around 6'3", somewhere around there. I don't know.
Well, then that might work because he's just a little bit taller than Red Hood. Yep, I think they look good together.
Yep, Pennywise is 6 foot 3.5 inches.
Man,
I
good
was
job.
right on that.
Good job, man.
Thank you. So that does scale really well.
Yep, Pennywise works good. And we'll bring in another, see how he fits with another McFarland figure. This is one of my favorite, not one of my favorite characters, but one of my favorite figures from McFarland. We have the infected Superman, and he is too short. So that's one thing I don't like, is within their own mind, because Superman's a big guy.
Yeah.
There's no reason why Nightwing and Red Hood are taller than Superman. That's not right, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, you can finagle it and articulate them differently so they would fit, I'm sure.
Tilt the camera.
Yeah.
Get a different angle.
Different
What they had
angles.
to do for Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, with Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
And last but not least, as always, Marvel Legends Deadpool. And obviously, just like all the other figures, he's smaller because, you know, different scale. I would love, I mean, I know McFarland doesn't do Marvel figures, but I would love to see a Deadpool made by McFarland. I think that would be cool. Scale so well with those guys. The Deadpool, Red Hood, Deathstroke. Be guns galore. Let's bring in the rest of these guys just to see them.
Although I was taking a second look at these cards, and it says that Red Hood is actually taller than Nightwing, but right there, it looks like Nightwing is taller. Red Hood's taller by 2 inches.
And it could just be the way they made them. I'm pretty sure it's not like exact scale, you know what I mean, to what
Yeah.
the comics and stuff are.
Just something I noticed.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, thanks for tuning back in. I know it's been a while. I've been working crazy amount of hours, so it's hard to do this stuff when you're working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. But I finally had a day off, so what do? I make a video with my boy for you guys, so I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, share the video, like it, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, and we will see you on the next one. This is DCW Hawks, and
Devin.
catch you later.
Bye.
Like kissing cannibal, the forward slip the tongue, a crowd of voices. I don't know exactly what they want. Been trying hard to reach myself.